Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Have you ever felt this way? You're utterly exhausted, but still try to be the emotionally stable adult. You're on the brink of collapse, but insist to others, I'm really fine. You've gotten used to saying, I'm okay with anything. And you've learned to hide your true emotions because you know you have to keep it together. But here's the truth. It's not your fault. We grew up surrounded by expectations. Teachers wanted us to be obedient and excellent. Parents wanted us to be sensible and successful. Colleagues expect us to be competent and dependable. Friends want us to stay cheerful and helpful. So we suppress, accommodate, and perform until we forget who we truly are. People say, you become so much better. But deep down, you're just becoming less like yourself. You've succeeded in becoming persona, but lost touch with your real self. This is the silent struggle many people face today. We build a version of ourselves to survive, but we've disconnected from who we truly are. Have you ever thought, it's not life that's exhausting you, it's the persona you're trying to maintain? Maybe it's time to wake up. First, we should understand, how do we become a persona? 1. Society teaches us to wear a mask. As children, we were praised for being well-behaved and obedient. So we learn to hold back our tears, hide our tantrums, and suppress our feelings. As adults, we become the emotionally intelligent one, the motivator, the always positive friend. These roles make others comfortable, but they box us in. We do feel tired, but we don't dare disappoint. Take the famous Chinese poet Li Qingzhao. In her early years, her poetry was elegant and graceful. She was known as the greatest female poet in history. But after the death of her husband and years of displacement during war, her style changed completely. She wrote, "In life, be a hero. In death, a ghost of valor." This was more than just an emotional shift. It was her way of breaking free from the gentle, talented woman image and confronting pain head-on. Li Qingzhao refused to be trapped in the soft, poetic role others had placed on her. She chose to be a real woman, full of emotions, power, and fire. 2. Social media turned personas into cement. Today, we don't just live, we perform on display. Every post, selfie, and vlog gets reinforced by algorithms and public opinion. You're the productivity guru? Then don't admit you binge-watched TV last night. We become addicted to applause. But we forget that authenticity needs no filter. In the 1990s, Dou was a rock legend in China, cool, rebellious, and creative. He embodied the rock star image. But at the peak of his fame, he turned away from the spotlight. He dove into underground experimental music, rode beat-up bikes, and took the subway. When people recognized him, he calmly said, "I'm not a public figure." With one sentence, he reminded us, "I'm not your rock icon. I'm just a musician." That's the power of rejecting a persona. 3. We crave validation so much, we forget to validate ourselves. The longer we play a role, the more we lose sight of who we used to be. We start to question, if I stop being funny, will people still like me? If I fail, will anyone still care? This isn't fake. It's a misplacement of self-worth. Famed writer Yang Jiang was once hailed as a national literary treasure, but she always remained grounded. She said, "My greatest fortune is that I've always lived as myself." She could be the quiet support behind her husband Qian Zhongshu, or the shining voice in her own writing. She didn't cater or perform. She simply lived calmly and authentically. How do we break free from personas? 1. Acknowledge. You don't have to be the same all the time. People change. Moods change. You don't need to stick to one version of yourself. Today, you might be an inspiring speaker. Tomorrow, you might just want to eat ice cream and be quiet. You're allowed to be complex, even contradictory. Steve Jobs wasn't always Steve Jobs. He was once idealistic, impulsive, and hard to work with. Only through failure, getting fired from Apple, launching a failed company, then returning, did he evolve into the visionary leader we remember. He never aimed to perfect a persona. He embraced growth, flaws and all. 2. Practice authentic expression over constant pleasing. Not every conversation needs to be cheerful or pleasing. Sometimes it's okay to say, I'm tired. I don't feel like talking today. Or even, I'm feeling really fragile right now. Even small acts, like choosing not to post a selfie or a daily check-in, are steps toward reclaiming your real self. You don't owe anyone a perfectly curated version of you. 3. Allow yourself to rewrite your story. A persona isn't a contract. It's a temporary expression. It can be changed, edited, or completely discarded. You were once a high-achieving corporate star. Now, you might be a free soul, writing poems at your own pace. Living a persona isn't the problem. Believing that the persona is all you are is. Personas can be useful as communication tools or creative expressions, but they should never confine, deplete, or distort you. True freedom is being able to say, that was me once, but now I choose to be who I really am. You are not a brand. You are a living, evolving, lovable person. Being your real self takes courage, but so worth it. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like and share the video. May you soon discover your true direction in life.